Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with the coffee shop. For one, we got done with all the legalities. So we now have the name for the country. We now have the business number ID. We are absolutely official, which is really cool. And I knew when it happened because as soon as we were approved with the country, we got a bunch of text messages almost instantly from point of sale systems and everything else trying to get our business as soon as possible. Congratulations on opening up a business, blah, 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 blah. So all that happened right at once. So that's something that just happened. Also had a little bit of wall repair. I'll show you that in a little bit before the big stuff gets started, which is going to be tomorrow. So we tried our hardest to find coffee cups. One's for cappuccinos, one for lattes, one for espressos, you know, the right size. I didn't even care if it was decorated or not. If it was plain white, was fine with me, but I could not find any of the suppliers around. We went to, well, all the ones I knew about, and nobody had it. So we ended up having to find them on a German website, and they're being sent here FedEx from Germany. Good news is, this is actually cheaper in Germany for what looks like quality stuff in different colors that will be sent to us. It was cheaper to do it that way with customs, with everything, than it was to buy them here, unfortunately. So we do have all that stuff on the way. It should be here by the 17th, but as soon as I get that, I will show you guys what it looks like. So another thing that happened is we got the website up. Now, granted, nothing on the website really makes sense. I just wanted to go ahead and get the domain and get everything started. Wanted to do it affordably, which I'm going to tell you how much it was and how easy it was to get done. And if you go to the website to check it out, just remember the prices aren't right. All the drinks aren't right yet. Even the food is definitely not right. It's got a bunch of cookies on there. So what we ended up doing, we were trying to save money on a website, but we still wanted it to look good. So I went into ChatGPT to ask them what the cheapest solution was. And that was to get our domain name from namecheap.com, which we did. I think to get the domain was like $11 and some cents, 49 cents, something like that, US. And then for a website, we went with a company called Carrd. It's C-A-R-R-D. There's a link down in the description if you want to get to it. It's only one page, okay? So you can't go to other pages. But if you can, check it out because it allows you to do some really cool things. And it's $19 for a year, which isn't bad whatsoever. And you can host up to 10 of those websites on that $19 a year account, which makes it extremely affordable. Now I went the extra mile. I got a pre-made card template and put all my information in. So that was done, so check that out. Now the next thing we've been working on is the layout. We've got a guy doing renovations starting tomorrow. So we're trying to get, my wife and I, our last minute thoughts on the layout. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the cafe and I'm going to tell you what the layouts are and show you the layout plan, and you can tell me what you think. All right, so let's just talk about the layout of the cafe. So let's start from the back here. So this back area, this little niche in the wall here, is going to be where we are keeping some of the equipment. The counter will actually be right here. So that's going to be in the front. Take into consideration this place is not very big, okay? So the counter is going to be right here, right? Somewhere along here. And then over here in front of the bathroom, really close, is going to be just a partial divider wall that comes out and stops about right here, goes up to about right there. And that's just so people want to use the bathroom, you know, the whole place doesn't need to know, you know, there's a little dividing wall there, whatever. So, and it gives us a place to put a design where that wall will be right there. So that's what we're hoping to do there. Now, as far as the counter isn't going to come out too far this way because we will kill all of our room, which we don't want to do. So the bar will just come straight out to here. And what we decided to do is, and I'll face the direction it would be, we're going to have, since the counter will be here and then come back this way, here is, of course, where they're going to be ordering and picking up, and they will have some pastries up on that counter because there's not going to be a whole lot of room for anything else. So when we come over here to this side, okay, if you can imagine, the counter's going to keep on coming across here. Underneath, we're going to have the refrigerator, an ice machine, and so on and so forth underneath there. But the espresso machine and everything for the coffee will be right in this area. So the electrician's going to make sure and have everything there. We do have, or we will have, I should say, a 2-group espresso machine and a 1-group espresso machine backup. So we're getting it wired for all of that because I'm somebody who loves backup of everything. And we look for the drainage hole is straight down that gray circle. The water is actually in that hole you see right there. And there's plumbing behind this wall because, of course, the bathroom is here. So the sink area, everything is done okay. I've had a plumber come out and look at everything. He gave me the thumbs up and just said, let me know when you get some of your other things done, and he'll do his part. So we're going to have the sink more than likely it's going to be right here. That's the dream. There's going to be absolutely no real storage. So we are going to have to make everything work in a very minimalistic design. There is a little bit of storage up here, but it's just too tall to really use. I would need a ladder just to go up there, so it's pretty much pointless. And the electrician that's coming out starts tomorrow. He did say he would do some painting for me. So the things he's going to be working on is going to be everything that's white is going to be black, for one. Then he's going to be, of course, installing all the electrical, and he's also putting in the air conditioner, which we both agreed would look good and work well, right up here above the front door, blowing back into the cafe. So now let's talk about seating. So for seating, what we're deciding to do on this side is go with individual tables. Now, if you can imagine let's see, where are we? So about right here is where the counter is. We got to leave a little bit of room for people, obviously, to come up here, mill around and have some room. So what we're going to do is have only 3 tables on that big wall. And what we're hoping to do is have someone make us the tables that will just jut out from the wall to save some space, and it'll be square and have a chair on each side. So they'd be looking at each other, but you could actually have a 3rd chair and somebody facing towards the wall if need be. So we figured that we could get to keep enough room for everyone to be comfortable, about 3 seats there. On the other side, and keep in mind, you got the bathroom, and right past that little outlet will be a wall. Remember that little half wall I talked about? So the rest of the way down, except for where that door swings, we're going to leave that area where my scooter is open, of course, for the door. So we're going to have the big, long bench seating, and then we're going to have the tables, and then there's going to be 1 chair for each table on this side as well. So that should give us 4 on one side, 3 on the other, which would be 7. And then when we go outside, there's enough room. Well, let's just go outside. So if you could see this line right here, don't know if this is official line, but this is where we're going to have it, or at least map it out. We figured we could fit 5 spots there, and we're going to have an awning overhead, just like they do over here. So you could see some awnings for some other people who are eating outside. They're not extended all the way because it's almost nighttime. You don't have to worry about that kind of thing right now. So this is the plan. Let me know what you think about the seating arrangement. I'm not looking to get as many seats in here as I could fit and make everything cramped. I would rather give people room. Anyway, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next video. So I'm going to say thank you in Albanian, which is faleminderit.